Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. On this topic, I wanted to talk to you guys about narcissists and dating sites. So narcissists and dating sites. Narcissists do not do anything without trying to get something out of it. So everything that you're going to witness a narcissist do, whether it's narcissist women who are consciously, self-aware narcissist women, or there's narcissist women that are not even self-aware that they're narcissists. Then you have that, empath that's not self-aware. And all of these people are falling prey to these self-aware narcissists. They're going online, they're showing their body, they're teasing men, right? They're doing all of these things that they know can attract the wrong person, can attract someone who's in a relationship, different many things. So everything that they're doing, it comes with an intention. So they'll have many men, coming and trying to talk to them, but they're very selective because they're going online and they're coming on there seeking something. Narcissists don't do anything for any reason. They do it for a reason. They might tell you, oh, why can't I just be out and open with my body and I love myself? And they'll tell you a lot of things and you'll think to yourself, maybe they're right. I'm going to go do this slut walk with them. Maybe they're right. Do not be deceived by these people. Because guess what? They're living in that fantasy world with filters and this make-believe reality of independence. And then they come across the wrong narcissist that's self-aware, that understands that this person's life is in danger and they don't even care about putting their life in danger because they're so busy worried about traveling and getting flown out that when they get there, that narcissist is pissed off because you look nothing like your picture. Now they want to hurt you. They've been getting excited about, this new supply. They've been getting all excited. They've been, gaslighting the women and the men in their relationships. And now they're pissed because you weren't self-aware that you can come across someone who is a good person to their family and friends, but now you come across that person and that person's nearly killing you. You have narcissist women with intentions. You have narcissist men that go online with an intention. Narcissists don't go on the internet, on social sites for no reasons. It's called social sites, socializing, social networks, right? They're coming there for an intent, like a job. So if you're dealing with a narcissist, especially one that doesn't have a job, guess what they're doing? They're making the internet their full-time job. That's what they're doing. So when you're dealing with narcissists and the internet, online dating, and just meeting people and just networking, you're getting narcissists that are preying on the vulnerable people that are going on there and who are putting their emotions on the table. They know there's empaths that are going to feel insecure. They know that there's empaths that are going through narcissist abuse who are sad, and they pay attention to what you're posting, what you're saying. If you say something to them that in a way where they know you're naive, or you're showing your emotions, you're wearing your emotions on your sleeve and you're putting it online, or you're angry, or you're giving people your opinion because you feel opinionated because you feel like, hey, it's social media. I should be able to say what I want to say about people. I should be able to tell people what I see them, when I see something I don't like. I'm able to criticize people. I'm able to go to a stranger's post and say something disrespectful just because I can, and like, you're living in this fantasy world. So the narcissist is like, okay, I'm going to come and get you. I'm going to follow you around. I'm going to create fake pages. I'm going to, target you. I'm going to catfish you. I'm going to make up different people to see what kind of person you're like. And I know you might not want to talk to any of these people. They might not be your type, and I know they're not your type, but I want to know you more until I finally feel comfortable to, hey, come from my real page and, act like the real person now, now that I've gathered enough, intel on you. Some narcissists will make you believe they don't have social media or social networks or whatever, and they do. And some of them, will act like they don't want to add you, or some of them will add you as a friend, and then they'll keep you from seeing certain posts that they post. They'll do something to customize it so that you don't see certain posts, So narcissists are like really advanced because that's what they do. That's all they do all day. Learn ways to manipulate people without having to manipulate them in person. The narcissist is a good manipulator, but they are not really smart. So a lot of times you'll catch on to the stuff that they're on or what they're doing, or their whole acting like they don't talk to strangers, but you'll catch them in lies. You'll catch them in a lot of different scenarios, and what will happen is that they'll deny it because they know that you're not in the internet world as deep as them. So it comes to a point where they're going to try to deny your reality. So if you know that you can customize posts and you can only certain people can view certain things, and you're catching them in a lie, they're trying to make it seem like, hey, you're not catching me on a lie. I don't even know how to do that. I didn't even know that was possible. I don't know what happened. So now they're going to undermine you and act like they don't know how to do certain things because they assume that you don't know how to do them. But it's just that you're not in that world. Even if you might not have a social media, you know how to work social media. You're not dumb. You just might not go on there the way they do. So the moment that you do, you start noticing things about this person you're with. So, they're trying to manipulate energy by, luring you in and misdirecting your destiny. You're not even supposed to be on the internet meeting these people. You're supposed to be energy wise connecting yourself with people in person. But what these people will make you believe is that they're not making the narcissist internet their world, when in reality they're actually living in a reality in their minds where they feel like the internet is real life and the real world is the fake world. So you'll go to certain places and you'll see that certain people will treat you weird, and you'll think to yourself like, you probably don't look nothing how you look in your pictures, but you think you do. You think you look like something else in your pictures, but in person you look so regular, like it's ridiculous, but you're living in a fantasy world. So the narcissist is going after those type of people that are living in a fantasy world because they feel like they deserve it. You're in the narcissist world. That's how they're looking at it. You're in my world. This is what we do all day. All of the narcissists, we know we gather around in groups and invite women in or men in, and we play with people all day in these chat sites, in these groups. We only allow certain people in. If you're not the type of, if you're not a good supply, we'll just block you from our group chat. So this is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with someone that needs supply all the time. So any person online is looking for it because the narcissist feels like this is their playground, you're in their world, and they feel like, hey, if your parents don't tell you, if people don't tell you how serious it is, then you're looking for it because I can follow you to your house. I can do many things. You don't know how wicked I am. You don't know what type of spirit I have. You don't know the type of spirit I have is going to come through different directions. I'm going to be recommended from one person to another. One of my friends, someone that's connected to me, someone with the same energy, we're going to get you. It's the online dating. It's like literally signing up for the purge. That's what you're doing with anyone, any information you're putting online. When you're tagging places that you're going to, when you're showing up at certain restaurants, they know what area you live in. Just even if you don't tag exactly what time you went, they know, oh, that person knows about that spot. Okay, cool. So they're trying to redirect your destiny, and you're not even seeing it as that because you're thinking, I'm just living life Everyone does it. This is what we do. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And I've been talking to this person for a while. I trust this person. They've been liking my stuff for a long time. And you're not seeing that you're living in a fantasy world thinking like that. Exposing how you feel about relationships, about men and women, all that stuff. It's fueling the narcissist. You telling them you had a bad day. You're telling them how angry you are. All that emotions are what fuels them. Then they start going to your page. You're like, oh, that's that person that's always breaking up with their boyfriend. They're going to your page now. When I'm talking about narcissists and online dating, this just refers to narcissists who are playing online. The internet is a playground. And to the narcissist, they can be anything, whoever they want to be. They can fool people. They can pretend like life is good. They can pretend like they haven't got their karma. They can seek victims. It's a playground. It's recess time. Except that they're always at recess. They're never in class, right? You're at class and then you go on Facebook because it's recess time. You're on your phone, it's kind of like at school. You're on break. You have that 15, 30-minute break. You're at work. You have that 15, 30-minute break. You're usually on your phone, right? You might get on your phone. You might talk to your coworker. But for the narcissist, recess is all day. So you might go and interact with people on your phone, and you might even think to yourself, I spend a lot of time online, right? You might think to yourself, I need to stop going online, kind of slow down a bit. Online is the narcissist playground. They get to shop. They don't have to go anywhere and do things that make the narcissist feel bored. They're like, oh, I hate doing that. That's boring. I don't like interacting with those people. I only want to go and waste my time here. I need to be with my new supply. I need to be with this person. So everything is online. It's like easy access. It's like, I can't move my car. My partner's going to know I left the house. So, I can easily catch an Uber or a Lyft and I'm out of here and I'll be back. I just need to go up the street. The internet, their phone is their life. And if you understand this what I'm about to tell you, because it's very serious. Meeting people online before meeting them in person, or having someone from online reaching out to you in person. And they're like, hey, I've seen you online before. It just so happened I saw you today at the grocery store. These are signs that this person might have been stalking you, might have been looking at your page, might have been befriending people in your community. Why is this important? It's important because if you come across a narcissist and you meet them online, or they followed you from online to your actual real 3D life, then what's going to happen is that they're going to redirect your destiny just based off of the internet, because you've entered the internet, you've entered the net. So now they're going to try to capture you through the online dating sites, through Facebook. You're going to be, oh, I always like that person's picture, until one day it becomes obsessive and your husband or your wife is asking you, why is this person always in your comments? So these people are redirecting people's destinies if you're not careful. Narcissists, men and women, have a way of misdirecting your destiny by moving in so quickly. So you can, this person can move quickly into your life, and now they're trying to have control over your children. They're trying to have control over you. You don't really know what this person's capable of. You're judging this person by their looks. You're scrolling. You're not even seeing what's in their heart. You're not thinking that this person's plotting on you. You're not thinking that this person's like, hey, I just need to meet up with them in person. I need to instill myself in their lives and connect myself and bond with them one good time. I need to have sex with them one good time, to the point where they'll even rape you. This could be the most beautiful woman that you've ever seen. This could be the most handsome man, charismatic that you've ever been around. But they're a narcissist. And a narcissist only cares about themselves. So they don't care about ruining your life. They feel like you should have never met them to begin with. So I do believe in that saying, how you meet them is how you keep them. So if you met them online, that's how your relationship is most likely going to end. It's going to end by someone else that they met online. So you have to pay the price for someone redirecting your destiny just because you met them in a way that's unnatural. And the narcissist, a lot of times, they're running away from their karma. So their karma is living on the internet world. That's their karma, because they're constantly having to seek for supply. They're constantly being tormented, and that's their escape. This is why some of them seem so desperate when they talk to you and want to know where you live. Who do you live with? First of all, everything is about them, their needs, right? They're not going on there thinking about, are they going to find chemistry with someone, because they don't care about your feelings and they don't care about who you are as a person. So initially, them going online or any place where people are getting drunk, doing drugs, any place where there might be danger, or there's a possibility of danger, or there's a possibility that there's going to be strangers there. The narcissist uses those events, those situations, to gather information about people. And what they like to do is they like to befriend people. They seek out the weakest links. They seek out people who are lonely. They seek out people who are extra friendly or kind of nervous. They seek out those people, befriend them. And, sometimes they don't even befriend you. They talk to you for a little bit just to make it seem like they know someone there. And they're making eye contact with someone else. And now they're approaching the people that they really want to approach. And they're telling those people that you said something bad about them, and the narcissist doesn't know neither one of you guys. So this is why a lot of bar fights, a lot of activity goes on in these type of places, because there's a narcissist involved, or there's a narcissist that is working there, and a narcissist that works there that might start stuff with people who are coming to have fun or having a good time. And it's all because they need the attention on them. They want to tell other people, how they want to feel like they protected the establishment so that people can like them more. So everything the narcissist does, they do it with a motive, intention, to bring attention and attraction to themselves as someone with value, but really has no value, no true value. This is why, you have to be careful when you go to places, because these people will go online and look up if anybody left any comments at these events, and they're targeting you because they're like, oh, I seen this person there. When they're going onto a online dating site, they're thinking to themselves, even better. I'm in a situation where now it's even better because I can get as much fuel and rotate and basically make it a game until I finally am able to get someone to trust me, and I don't care how long this game is played. So you have people that, will meet up with these people, right? And I'll be the first to say, when I was younger and the internet had just came out, me and my friends, we never went on there alone, but we would get on the internet. People would invite us to parties. We would go to parties, gatherings. And you have to think about it. These are all situations used for you to trust someone. So if you're coming to a gathering, you don't know anyone, and this person invites you there, and then they start talking to you, you're drawn to that person immediately. You feel like you could put your guard down towards that person, or you even feel like you can go back to their home after this party, right? And people are hooking up, not knowing they're running across narcissists. Sometimes they tell you, meet me at this restaurant, meet me at this bar. So these are people that are going to make you feel comfortable. And they're going to study you, and they're going to study what you're about. They want to know where you live. They're constantly, they're going to ask you right away, who do you live with? These are going to be their first questions. And it's very ironic because you would think, I don't really even know where the conversation would even start to even meet a stranger online. Like, how would that conversation start? Like, hey, how old are you? Hey, what area do you live in? Hey, are you single? Hey, what are you looking for on here? Whatever you're looking for, they're looking for. Whatever supply you can get, they can get from you, they're going to get. They're wondering, why are you here? Don't you know it's dangerous? Don't you know that people are uploading fake pictures? Don't you know that even the people that present themselves as not being a catfish are still catfishing you because they don't feel anything for other people? They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your life. They care about what they can get out of your life. So they don't care about your life, meaning that you don't know what type of narcissistic person you're dealing with, meaning that this person might be even a serial killer, and they're wondering, why are you online? It's like talking to a child online. They're like, hey, do your parents know you're talking to strangers? Hey, I'm a lot older than you and I can get in trouble. They're luring victims in because they're predators. So what would you expect from someone that's going online? And sometimes you want to think to yourself, well, maybe there's that one good person, but what about that one good time you find someone on there and you think you're having a good time and it turns out to be your worst nightmare, or this person doesn't let you get out of their vehicle unless they have sex with you, or this person invites you to their house and, rapes you, or, pulls out a gun on you, like literally pulls a gun on you, and they're like, you can't get out of this house. And you're thinking you're joking, or you're thinking that because you look innocent, or because you're small and this person's bigger than you, or you're thinking that you can use your tears, right? Like, you're really thinking you can cry, you can get yourself out of situations, because it's, crying always gets people out of situations, right? No one's that evil until you meet a narcissist that has lied to you about where they live, the area that they live, if they're married or single. They're lying to you about every little thing. Everything is premeditated. They went online, sometimes they don't even post clear pictures of them. Sometimes they're wearing sunglasses. Sometimes, they're thinking they're incognito, but they're not even incognito sometimes. Like, they think hiding behind sunglasses, they're like invisible all of a sudden. They're taking pictures with children or family to make you feel like they're family oriented, and that might not even be their family. It might be the New Supplies family, or they might tell you that's their little brother and it's actually their son. So they're going online to places like POF, Tinder, all those things, and they're like, I need to catch a fish. They're going online. They might even, contact you and immediately tell you, how much, they want to pay for it. They think you're a prostitute. They're like, if you're online, you have to be a prostitute. You have to be a girl that's looking for a guy that has money, a sugar daddy. You're looking for something. You're fishing for something, and we're fishing for something too. And if you think you're on here fishing for that military man, that police officer, you're fishing, you're looking in areas where there's army bases, what do you think they're doing? What do you think they do when they go to different places in different states? Like, what What do you think you're going to gain from it? Do you think that you're going to be better than any other person that this person's ever been with? Like, do you really believe that? Do you believe that you're going to live happily ever after with someone that is constantly on the look, and you don't know what type of things they're into, raping women, human trafficking? I mean, you don't really see women kidnap men and, kidnap them and rape them and human traffic them, but it is possible. It is possible. Some of these sites where, it's, you can hook up with a gay man and you're thinking, oh, well, how am I going to find, someone who is a gay man or someone who's a lesbian, or like, I can't really tell when I'm out and about. How would you even approach someone? So you feel like, hey, I'm socially awkward. I don't really talk to strangers at clubs or bars. Like, it's weird to me. Or when someone starts talking to you at these places, you're looking at them weird, but you would rather go online and trust someone from online to meet you at these places so that you can feel comfortable. But you know that from the start to the end, you don't feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable socializing with people the regular way, you shouldn't go online trying to socialize with a complete stranger. If you don't know how to open up in real life or hold a conversation, or, just lure someone in, and keep the conversation going. If you don't have that type of power, you're powerless online. So if you're going on there and you're thinking, I'm going to find a sugar daddy, you're going to find someone that's going to stalk you. You're going to find someone that's going to come to your house, your window, knocking on your door, because now you've invited this monster into your world, and they're thinking, well, if you're dumb enough to go online to meet a complete stranger just because you don't understand, because you're young or you're dumb or you don't get it, or you feel like we're living in the old times or something, and you feel like, you're from this generation where everything is technology and you don't know any difference. You don't know any different because this is what your friends and the people around you are doing it. But you don't know that there was a time where people would meet each other the natural way, and there wasn't technology to call someone when someone has kidnapped you after a date that you met this person in person. Think about it. Back in the day, people met each other in person and go out it would be harder for the narcissist, because the narcissist has to go to these places and actually like put on a happy face and lure you into their car and lure you to leave somewhere with them. In those times, especially when people, knew their neighbors, were actually in a community, people would actually have more insight of where you were at last, and you were in a situation where you couldn't reach out to anyone. You couldn't call anyone unless there was a payphone. If you guys don't know what a payphone is, because most likely a lot of you guys don't know what a payphone is. A payphone is a phone that would be connected to a pole. So imagine being in those situations, meeting up with men and people you're talking to over the phone, but you've never seen a picture of them. You're going by the voice, and this person lures you in, and it's so much easier, especially when the narcissist or the serial killer looks, young, or looks like a good guy, or, even a good woman that's luring you in to rob you. And, you're looking at the looks, and then now you're in the middle of nowhere and you can't contact anyone, and you're thinking, well, we have our phones, we're living in a new age where we can go on live and we can do this and we could do that. Okay, so what happens if you're having the greatest time and then you set your phone down for a second, or you're just in the midst of a conversation and this person just grabs your phone and throws it out the window and crushes it? What happens then? What happens when you move this person into your home and now they don't want to leave? and they become abusive? What happens if this person's after your children? What happens if they molest your kids? What happens then? Like, what happens if you think you're in this happy relationship and you're dealing with someone with a sex addiction, and they lied to you about marriage and all the things that you stand for. They've lied to you, and the years have gone by, and you know you look back and you're like, dang, I wish I would have never went to that site. Like, it's one thing meeting someone in person, but thinking to yourself after going through some type of narcissist abuse, and thinking to yourself, dang, I should have never been on that site. you know that really misdirected my life. I got pregnant by a stranger, someone I don't even know, like, almost got kidnapped, or this woman came back and all of a sudden I got robbed. And even though it was 2 weeks later, it's like no one comes here, no one ever comes here. Like, people don't really think about what they do when they go online dating. Maybe, you get bored, but, at a young age, I learned my lesson. I went to a party with a friend, and the party was like really ghetto. It got shot up, and then there was some guys fighting, and they threw a guy down the stairs, and the guy just like hit his head. It was like a really, really like mess. And we made fun of some guys. We were kind of like, you guys are broke, like we made fun of them and got in our car, and we thought we were like, some just like rich, bad females or something. And we get in the car thinking we're all that, and these guys start following us, like road raging, trying to get to us. And then after that, I was like, oh yeah, stop going on there. But what happened to my friend is she kept going online, and she was the one who really introduced me to, like, dating sites or like just social media. What I realized was that my friend would continue going on these online sites till we became like adults, and she met a narcissist online, and she spent years with that guy, years with him. And, he was still going online, still creating pages, still, and we fall short. We do stuff like that. We meet people, we think like, oh, we've seen this person on our Facebook for years now. Like, they've been following me for years. I always like their picture. They always like mine. And you're not even realizing, like, these people feel like they could target you because they feel like, hey, if you're going to trust me that easy, or if you're going to places where there's bad people, then you deserve this. So they feel like you deserve it. So when they're going online and you meet them in person, they're literally, and it doesn't matter if it's a dating site or if it's just like a regular, like Instagram or, TikTok, whatever. They're looking at you like you're meeting someone from the virtual world in person. You're supposed to meet people you're supposed to meet people in person and then add them to the virtual world, so you can stay connected to them because you've already connected. But now you're connecting to someone that you've never connected to in real life. And now you're connecting to someone who might be a pedophile, someone who might be a rapist, serial killer, serial cheater, drug addict, someone who people are looking for. So people are being programmed to believe that people on the internet are authentic, that that's who they are. The virtual person is the real person, and the person in real life is the fake person. People can, get under a spell so quickly because The narcissist is putting a spell on you, and when you see them in person, they're manifesting it. So they're reversing everything on you. You know, you're going online and you're being deceived by the image they're putting, the pictures they're putting, what they're into. You know, they act like, you know, they just like posting pictures about food and doing nice things, and you're falling for it. You know, they're like, hey, let's go out to eat, let's go to this restaurant. You know me, I just like to post pictures about food, like I'm a foodie, you know. Or, you know, they try to go into groups where they can, you know, find people that smoke, you know, and they're like going to 420, you know, chats, and that's what they do. Like, I've seen it. That's what they do. And if they get, you know, lucky in their eyes to find someone in one of these places to actually meet them in person, they feel like you deserve whatever abuse they come with. And they're not going to, sometimes they might even come to you aggressively when you meet them. Like full-blown aggressive, like act like you belong to them, like creepy stuff, you know. And you know, it's something about their vibe, it's something about their eyes where it just looks like they have sneaky, lying, deceiving eyes. And you know, that's a very telling sign when they're just moving in so quickly. They're sharing their stuff with you. You know, they're overly nice and everything is moving too quickly where they want you to feel like, you know, your soulmate so they can, you know, have sex with you. So a narcissist who is investing time with you, who is getting angry because you're not giving them sex right away, that's a telling sign right there that they feel like they're wasting their money. They don't really want to get to know you. Someone who probably does this all the time. It's not the first time, you know, because they're fishing. They're fishing every day. You know, they don't have to go out to bars and clubs anymore the way they used to pick up on someone and convince them to get in the car with them and leave because they're drunk. Now they can easily not even get drunk with you or go to these places. They could just go online and tell you to meet up with them and pretend to be a nice person. Now it's like, and not only that, but now they're moving at a, you know, at a fast speed. This is why the narcissists, and these, especially during the pandemic, they've been going crazy. All of a sudden they're getting into relationships. How many of you have heard people, they're like, oh, I just got into this relationship at the beginning of the pandemic, or, you know, they're like, oh, you know, I just got into this relationship. And then you're hearing a lot of people that were in relationships all of a sudden aren't in relationships anymore. You know, they're like, oh, we broke up. Thank God, you know, the pandemic happened, you know, that it helped me open my eyes, you know, because they're a piece of work, basically. I have someone that I'm close to that was having a lot of relationship problems, and a lot of bad luck was happening to her. And I'm like analyzing the whole situation, and I'm like, how long you and this guy been together? Oh, when the pandemic started. And I'm looking like, there goes your problem. You've been getting robbed, you know, like all these bad things keep happening to you. Like, wake up. And narcissists are looking for that. They're looking for single mothers. They're looking for people with their own places. They're looking for somewhere where they can squat at. You know, they're having pandemic babies. Like, they're going crazy right now. They're literally getting online, meeting these people, and you know, these people are misdirecting their life before their life even got started. You know, the school system's been down for a while. What do you think's been going on? Everyone has been at home, and everyone has had enough time to figure out what it is that they're going to do next. And there's a lot of people that just don't know what's going on. So this is why, you know, meeting people online, it's very important for you to know that these people can misdirect your destiny. You know, so this is why I'm talking about this. So, you know, you'll have people online trying to portray like they're happy. They just had a pandemic baby and they're all happy. A lot of those pandemic babies, narcissists created them. Narcissists created them. And then these women are going to sit around and And when stuff starts getting real, they're going to sit there and they're going to be, how could you do this to me when I took care of you during the pandemic? That's going to be the storyline. Like, when the narcissist disappears again for another cycle with another person, they're going to think to themselves, how could I, your dad, left during the pandemic when things were going on. It's something that you're just not going to forget, because all this is happening right now because the narcissist is purging, and they're using social media to purge you. They're going online, they're gossiping about you, they're saying things online to make you react to them. They're posting things so that you can call them. They're posting their new supply. They're causing issues, and it's all to brainwash you. It's to throw you off. They're not doing as good as you think. That money has run out. Tax season is coming up. Valentine's Day is coming up. So it's going to be a lot of broken hearts and a lot of people confused, not understanding that this person is only looking out for themselves. They're leeches. They only want supply. That's all they want from you. Whether it's sex, whether it's money, whether it's a place to stay, it's supply. So, I hope that this video, you guys, was helpful. Sending you guys lots of love, light, peace. Stay away from social media sites, meeting strangers, and, be careful. Sometimes you Facebook, these places are recommending you people, and you're thinking, oh, they're friends with my cousin, they're friends with my friend. And you're almost thinking, well, if I know them, I know them. Sometimes you don't even know your own cousin. Sometimes you really don't know your own cousin besides, the times you spend with them, but you don't really know them. Like, you only know what they show you. So imagine you thinking you know someone based off of who they know or who they're friends with. The narcissist that I was in a relationship with, when we finally did, exchange social media, they had a lot of friends that were my friends. And I was like, dang, they have the whole city on their profile. And a lot of the people on their profile were my age. They weren't the narcissist age, but then I could see why both ages would collide, so I didn't really think about it too much. But I realized, later on, he didn't know a lot of those people. I actually knew a lot of those people. And a lot of people you'll be recommended, through that person, and everyone kind of knows each other or talks to each other. It's like a community. But the narcissist will instill themselves in that community, and then you start to really pay attention, and you're like, they don't know not one person from this community, or both of these communities. They don't really know too many of these people, or they're denying knowing some of these people because they don't want to be exposed. The crazy part is they go online and they're searching 10, 20, 30, 40 mile radiuses, not knowing all these people are connected. Even if it's, an hour drive, people are connected. Some people families move an hour away from other families, and this is why a lot of times the narcissist gets caught up even in their cheating, because it all goes back around, or someone sees them, or someone's connected to them. And you'll see that they always want to take full control of the places that you go to with them, or when they take you out. There's certain places in certain times where they feel like they have to take you out, everything is, they're like, oh, I can't go over there, we have to go over here. Trust me, this restaurant's better. They're about to close over there anyway. They know stuff. They're all involved in the community, and they're also aware that there's other predators that are just like them and even worse. So it's like predators versus prey, and they're definitely full-blown predators when they're online. They're already predators in person. So, imagine the ones that's like, there's no, they're like, there's no point on approaching anyone in person anymore. Like, it's so much easier doing it online, and these are the type of people that you need to watch out for, because whatever character, whoever falls with, whoever meets up with these type of people, they're going to be a full-blown character when you meet them in person. They're going to act so positive and so interested, and, they're going to act like they have this lifestyle that they don't have. They're going to act like, they know a lot of people, a lot of important people. They're going to try to make themselves bigger than what they are. Like, these are really conniving people. So, be careful, because you'll meet up with these people. They will follow you home. They will put tracking devices, cameras. I found a camera, I don't know if someone left it for me to take it on purpose, because that's what it seems like, but the pen had a camera in it, and I was shocked. I didn't even know they had, cameras with pens. So, it gets serious what these people will do once you invite them by even meeting up with them in person. So, a lot of times they're also adding people online because they become familiar with your face. And if they become familiar with your face, there's a possibility. The narcissist has a lot of people that they add online, and they become familiar with certain people and their faces and everything, and they're hoping one day they meet up with you. And when the crazy part is, one day there is a possibility that they meet up with you, because they've already connected with you online. So now they're hoping they connect with you in person. So like I said, we used to connect in person and then we'll connect online. Now they're trying to connect online, and then some way, somehow, they're putting their witchcraft, and they're hoping that they meet up with you in person. And you'll see that they'll come into your job and they're like, hey, I know you. You're that girl from my Facebook. You're that person. And now, they'll say something. They don't intrude themselves too much. They're just happy they met you or they saw you. And then they go online, hey, I saw you at the local Target, hey, I saw you at the grocery store. You were wearing this. And then they act like super friendly. Don't fall for it. No one is that friendly, man. Like, they're not. I'm sorry to say they're not, unless they're preying, and they're on predator mode, and that's a narcissist for you. Constantly looking, and you're so happy you just made a new friend. You're not thinking, hello, this person might be married. And a lot of times, when a narcissist gets with another narcissist, someone who portrays to be an empath, but they're really a narcissist, they know that they're going to get their karma, and they don't care. They're willing to risk it all for that narcissist. It's almost like the single guys are shy, and the taken ones are chirping little birds. Then when you're dealing with a self-aware narcissist that's trying to prey on you, they understand that dynamic, so then they pretend to be that shy guy. But sooner or later, they're going to show you there's nothing shy about them. So, I'm ending this video right here. I'm sending you guys lots of love. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you guys are new to my podcast. If you guys want to book with me, my booking information is on the description. Just give me about 24 hours to respond to you guys, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.